Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Doris. In case you're coming across this channel for the first time, make yourself comfortable and feel relaxed, okay? To my returning subscribers, I welcome you all too. I am back again with the fiction story between Liquorose and Emmanuel. Our aim of doing this is just to have fun and to entertain people out there, and also to learn one or two things from this story. So I started sharing the story day before yesterday. We stopped at chapter 12 and I'm here with chapter 13, 14 and 15. So in a quick one, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to this channel, okay? Turn on the notification bell by the side of the subscribers button, that whenever I drop my videos, you will be the first to be alerted. Remember, this story was written by Success, that is one of their fans. The title of the story is Love Found Its Way. Let's dive into it immediately. Chapter 13. It's been 3 months. Things has been going on so fine between Liquorose and the husband. Emma gave Winston a job and bought him a car and a house too. Rose has fallen in love with Emmanuel so much. Her friends came to visit her and they started gisting. Ella said, "Rosa, you never gist us on your first night though." Ifeoma said, "I wanted to ask the same but I was afraid." Rose said, "We have not done anything yet." Ella said, the way you are blushing, I can tell you are ready now." Ifeoma laughed. Then Rose said, "Stop, guys." Just then, Ella's phone started ringing. She looked at Rose and Ifeoma and ended the call. "I know it's my brother calling her, but girls, code won't allow her answer call beside us." Rose stared at her and said, "Do you love Winston?" Ella said, "What are you saying?" Ifeoma said, "You know what she mean," staring at her. Then Rose said, "I want you to date my brother, but the other code still stands. Let's forget about this. Code 29. You could see the joy in her best friend's eyes. They gisted till it's time for the girls to leave. Ifeoma said, "Don't keep the guy waiting for long, Rosa." Her friends and Rose went upstairs and prepared room in a romantic way. Just then they heard a car horn. Emma came inside and was shocked to see Rose, all sexy in a towel. Emma said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I will come in when you are done." Rose said, "Is he crying for my husband to see me like this?" Emmanuel couldn't stop staring at her legs. She acted like her towel mistakenly wanted to drop. Just then, Emmanuel came and held it. They stared at each other and Rose said, "Emmanuel Omo Jr., I love you and I mean every word that I'm saying." She could see the joy in his eyes. Chapter 14. They stared at each other for a while and they started kissing. He started to move his hands all over her body while kissing her lips and neck. Emmanuel said, "You deserve a honeymoon." He took up his phone and called someone. After he was done, he looked at Rose and said, "We are going London tomorrow morning." Rose said, "What?" Emma said, "Yes, you deserve it." Rose couldn't stop the tears from falling down. Emma said, "You are making me emotional, my love." Rose said, "What have I done in my previous life to get someone like you as my husband?" Emmanuel stared at her and said, "You want it, my love." The next morning, Rose waked up and the husband brought breakfast in bed for her. You could see the joy on Rose's face. They ate and then got ready and was about to pack up. Then Emma told Rose no need to pack clothes. They only took overnight bag and they left. When they reached the airport, Emma told Rose, "We are going with the private jet." "There is more to this guy," Rose whispered to herself. They entered the private jet and sat next to each other holding hands. They stared at each other and started kissing. Then she laid her head on his shoulders and slept off. After a few hours later, they reached London. He couldn't stop staring at the buildings in the car. They entered a very beautiful hostel and everyone was calling Emmanuel boss. Emma took them to their bedroom and she was shocked. It was beautiful and she could see the view of London. She ran to her husband and hugged him. "Thank you, babe," she told him. "You've not seen anything yet," said Emmanuel. Chapter 15. Emmanuel told her to take her bath and come for dinner. She took her bath and Emmanuel did same, then they ate dinner together. They went on the bed and cuddled and slept off, cause it's a long trip. The next morning, she woke up and Emmanuel wasn't near her. She looked around and saw a piece of paper next to her. She took it and it read, "Dress up, someone is waiting for you at the door." She dressed up and came outside, then met a tall white man standing at her door. The white man said, "Hello ma, please follow me." She followed him and met her husband sitting in a nice restaurant. They entered and everyone started calling her ma. She couldn't stop smiling and blushing. After they were done eating, Emmanuel carried her to photo area and they took a lot of pictures. Then Emmanuel took her to a tree house. They climbed up and entered. Then Rose saw his childhood photos. Rose also saw photos of herself, but she didn't bother to ask him till after their honeymoon. They sat in the small house in the tree and made a promise to each other. They stared at each other's eyes, then Emmanuel turned his head to avoid eye contact. Rose turned his face back to her and stared at him, then started kissing him. He broke the kiss and asked Rose, "Are you sure you are ready?" "Of course I am," said Rose with joy. Emmanuel stared at Rose and smiled back. Then he came close to Rose and started kissing her too. So finally, Rose and Emmanuel, they are finally getting to know each other. Yes, they are doing that. So they went for their honeymoon at London. They are to spend few days there before they will go back. But did you notice something? Because when they climbed that photo tree, Liquorose saw Emmanuel's childhood pictures, likewise her own childhood pictures. Something is missing. Are you also thinking what I'm thinking? Let's keep going and know what later happened and how come her childhood pictures is there too with Emmanuel's own. We'll find out in our next chapter, which I'll be dropping very soon. Do remember my name is Doris. Till I come your way next time. Bye bye.